Okay, so the first thing I did was I pulled everything out of the box. I put the nerf on the left side and on the right side, and you're gonna get a package of nets, and it's only one package, but it looks like it's one net. I thought I was missing a net. There's actually two very flimsy thin nets mixed in there, so don't be scared if you see that. You also get a package of hardware, and when you read through the directions, it says that you end up using these bolts that go to your peg mounts. You reuse those, and I couldn't figure out why I had all this extra hardware, so I guess in 2023 they finally decided to give you some new peg bolts, and that's pretty cool. But the directions are still from when they originally started coming out with these things, apparently. So the easiest way that I did it is I just separated everything. You're gonna get the thickest bolts that are in the kit. You're gonna have 4 of them. Those are gonna be your pegs left and right. Or you can reuse the ones that you have. On your right side, the brake side, you're gonna have this mount with this on here. That's for the rear. Then you're gonna have this mount, and these two are the same, the right and the left. Well, no, yeah, they're the same. You can use them either side. And so on the brake side, you're gonna have the longer spacer and the longer bolt, which is I believe 35 millimeter. And on the left side, the shifter side, you're gonna have the shorter spacer that goes at the front and the shorter 30 millimeter bolt. And then you're gonna have this bracket in the back that doesn't have anything extra on it. That's for that. Then you're gonna have 2 bolts that are the same thickness as these, but these are the exact same size as of these. They're not. And there's 2 washers and 2 nuts that go with these, and these are gonna be what hold the nerf to the bracket, like that. And you'll see that at the end. So now let's get into taking the brake side off first, and we'll start there. Okay, so first I'm going to start by taking off these 2 bolts right here. And I don't know what's behind here. I haven't gotten into that, but I believe there's a clip and a washer, so I got to be careful of that. And I believe it is a 14 millimeter. So I'm going to back this up. And I broke these loose already because I figured I might as well make a video because nobody else apparently has, which I find is pretty crazy. There's one. And there's 2. So I'm going to disconnect the spring here. Actually, I don't even think I need to. There is that one. I don't want to have to go get a pair of pliers, but I don't need to. Okay, there's that one. So I took the spring off. So on the back side here, you're going to see there's this circlip and a washer. And I'm going to be careful and take those off. Alright, so I got my screwdriver here. I'm going to try to carefully pull this little C-clip out without losing it. And there she goes. Pull that off. There's a washer. And then I believe this should slide right out. Like so. And now we've got this goes like that. Now these bolts are actually, these bolts, are they gonna even go in there? Oh, because these are thicker, yeah. Okay, so they gave you new bolts because this is thicker than this, so that explains that. So I'll thread that in there. There we go. Come on. Alright, and then before I go any further, I'm going to clean this out and I'm going to put some grease in there. So let me get some grease. Alright, so I just greased this stuff up. I'm actually going to pull these bolts back out. Because for me to get that C-clip back on there is probably going to be a pain in the butt. I'm sorry, I'm doing this by trial and error, so forgive me. How is this fucking thing going? Huh? Okay. So spin that around. We put the washer. And we put the C-clip. Of course it's going to be a pain in the butt. Okay. That's that. It's on there. These things are, just want to make sure it's on there because that thing popped off, that would suck. Okay. So that sits like that. And I want to put my spring on here. Of course, so that one goes there, and this one goes there. Oh, is that? Okay, that's that one. And this one goes there. And now you put these two bolts back in. And I would wait before you tighten anything up until like everything's situated, and then we could tighten it and at the end. Okay, so I did run into a little bit of a problem when I tried to tighten this down. Because these bolts are considerably longer than the stock ones, this one wouldn't thread in all the way, but the bottom one did. So you have two options. You can use the stock one, but mind you that it's going to, this is thicker than the stock mount. So what I chose to do instead was try to find a couple of washers that are long enough, or that are thick enough to keep it from bottoming out, but keep this bolt going in long enough because I want the bolt in there. So that's something to just look for. I don't know if anybody else is gonna have that same issue that I had, but that's what happens when you when they send shit that's for multiple different machines. You know, this kit's probably for a 700 too, and they have to make it work. So you can either use the stock ones, or like I said, just get some washers and figure out what the depth is that you need. But that's, again, that's stuff that goes wrong. All right, so the back is done, and you could either put Loctite on those bolts or not. That's up to you. I'm not going to. Later, if I feel like they loosen up, I may, but I'm not gonna right now. So let's see if I can get this camera. Okay, so the front one, I do believe, goes here on the motor mount. So you got to take that bolt out. Let's see if it's the same size. No, it's smaller. Let's see, what size is it? 13 millimeter. Okay, we're good. So take that out. And I'll put that off to the side for now. We're going to take our long spacer and our long 35 millimeter bolt. Put that through like that. Spacer like that. And then in she goes. Hopefully. And we're going to leave that loose. Okay, I want to leave that loose because the next step is going to be actually taking the nerf, and now we're going to install it. So these just slide in, and that's why you keep this one loose. It's supposed to slide in. I probably got to loosen this clamp. Let's see if I have something that fits. Oh, lucky. No, well, it doesn't. Oh, let's see. It's a 5 millimeter. Loosen that up. You're going to be playing the balls, huh? Wants to go. Come on. Alright, so you may have to work at it a little bit, but feels like it's all the way in. That's all the way down. That's all the way down. And I'm just going to snug this up just a cinch. I don't know how far that goes in. I want to make sure that I have clearance here. Just make sure. And relatively close to the edge. Okay, so that's that side. Now you're going to take one of the bolts that have the washer and the nut, and there's a hole right here in the center of the peg, and And this is why we don't tighten anything first. Because now I'm going to have to play with this. And two, let's see. Oh. Yeah, she's right there. Okay. Put that in. Put your washer. And voila. Okay. So now you can go through and you can tighten the front clamp, and these are snug, and then you can tighten this, and then we'll get to the net. Okay, so this bolt here, I got a 13mm wrench. I'm going to put on this side. Let me take this extension off. And what is this? A 12mm. And go through and tighten this like so. Hurt my knuckle. Not my knuckle, but my finger. Alright, I don't want to go too tight. And let me cinch this down now. And you can angle this clamp up a little bit to give you the clearance. I mean, if you have a different hex, shorter ones would be better off. Alright, now that's good, so let's get to the net. Alright, so holding the net like this, you gotta make sure it's gonna go the long way so it tapers out, and you got like this 3-fingered looking side that's gonna go on the outside. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it down through the slot all the way down through the bottom, and supposedly goes in there. So as you're pulling it taut, it holds. So you're going to do that all the way around, down, straight through, and then up. And you don't want to go too tight yet because you want to make sure that you have all these lined up. So up through the top, down through the bottom. Into the middle. And you're going to do this all the way down. And then after you get it all lined up and how you want it, you'll go through and you'll tighten it as needed. You'll pull it, the ends in through tighter. So I'm not going to show you all this. You can figure that out. Let me button this up. We'll go to the next side. All right, we're on the left side. And sorry, I'm in a cramped space here. So I'm going to take this this peg bracket off here, and that's I think I said it was 14 mil. And hopefully I don't have the same issue on the other side where I had to put that washer, but if I do, that's fine. I picked out washers for both sides just in case. Come on. You're being a stubborn one, huh? Better not be stripped in there. That'll really suck. Starting to feel like it is. Please don't tell me that. Starting to feel that way. Yep. Son of a fucking bitch. Well, I'm gonna have to work on this for a minute. Okay, well that absolutely sucks. That's why I hate buying secondhand shit, because people just don't take care of their stuff, beat the crap out of it. You know, this quad's blowing smoke and all kinds of crap. That's what you get for taking someone's word. But anyways, in here there's a nut welded to the back, and the nut snapped off. So I pried a screwdriver in between as I was unloosening it, got the bolt out, but now the nut in here is snapped off. There's absolutely no way to do anything. I have a welder, but I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to take the mount off the other side, stick a long rod with a smaller bolt threaded, and have some of the rod sticking out, butt it up against that nut, get it situated right, and either tack weld it or JB weld it. I mean, obviously welding it will be better, but I just need to get the stupid mount on, because once the bolt is through the nut, I will freaking Loctite it in there and set it and forget it. But as of right now, I'm just gonna continue with the install. I'll get to that at another time, and I'll just have to use one bolt, I guess, and maybe I'll use a clamp just to keep it all together. I mean, clamp it somehow. I don't know yet. But anyways, I'll worry about that at a later time. So, alright, let me get this back bolt in. That really just kind of puts a dampener on everything, to be honest. But there's really nothing I could do at this point. And I'll probably stick something. Yeah, this one I'm gonna need a spacer on as well. Okay. All right, so that's in. Let's get situated over here, and let's try to find my socket here. I believe I said it was a 13. Yep. Okay, that's that. And there. Got your spacer, and then your longer screw. Again, we're gonna let that dangle. And let's see. Alright. So now we're gonna slide. This side slid on a lot easier. Something's not right though. It's way too close to the tire. So, that means this is on wrong. There we go. still feel like that's kind of close. Yeah. Why is that so much freaking closer? Yeah, I don't like that. I think I just pulled that off and put it on the same way I took it off. So, oh, that would be why. That would be why. So, let's just stick the old one in here for now. No, it's still the same. No. Okay. Ratchet, where'd you go? Right from my face. Okay, it's 14. Okay, so because that bolt's missing, everything's all screwed up. But this is a better distance from the tire. Before it was like swung back too much, it was close to the tire. Okay, that's that. We can tighten this down in the front. And of course this is upside down. Why would it not be? Good enough for me, I guess. Okay, then we got our net. Let's see, we still focused in here? Yeah. Got our net, and let's see. That really sucks. Really, really sucks. So the way the neck, it goes all the way down and then back up to the bottom. Straight down, down to the bottom hole, then back up to the middle hole, and then it comes up out the top. And you can go through and tighten it as little or as much as you want after. Okay, 3 more. Yeah, I don't like how it's got that. It should have another thing here. The other one was like that too. I don't like that. There's like a piece of net missing. That bothered me on the other side. Don't know what's up with that. Yeah, this is the tedious crap that nobody probably wants to watch, but I'm about to be done. And basically that's it. So in a nutshell, these are the ALBA nerf bars all installed. I had that one crappy situation which kind of just killed this whole thing for me, to be honest, because I'm gonna have to take it all back apart and somehow hope that I can fit something, snake something through the other side and tack weld that nut back on, because I absolutely hate half-assing shit and ghetto rigging. And honestly, the one bolt is not enough for me. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, to be honest. But anyways, hopefully this video helped some people install these Nerf bars, and hopefully next time you see this quad, all the plastics will be on and I'll be doing wheelies somewhere. All right, I'll see you guys.